So this is a little bit of an exciting time for me. I got my keys to my first house this week and it's been amazing because I actually now have my own garden instead of working out of my mum's. So first bank holiday weekend in May, absolutely stunning weather finally, and I've started a little bit of work. So I thought I'd take you around the garden as it is now. The previous owners loved it very dearly when they were still here, but unfortunately it's got a little bit overgrown. So the grass is sort of 2 feet tall, but I don't want to just hack straight through it because you never know what's in there. I cleared the front driveway yesterday with a little bit of help from some family, and we found a hedgehog. So we popped it just out the way, just you can't even see it, it's that overgrown. Hang on, just in there somewhere. Oh look, there you go, 2 greenhouses. Amazing, love it. So popped a hedgehog in between the 2 greenhouses and it scurried off later in the afternoon. And then we had a couple of other visitors with a few froggies. So I thought I'd take you for a little tour around the garden. So here you go. So this is the bit leading up to my front doorway. I'm just going to take you to the shed. This gorgeous laburnum tree, and then I've got a beautiful lilac that's just finished flowering there, and now got a front driveway that was all completely overgrown yesterday. I'll put in some pictures so you can see. And a nice rowan tree as well. So this is a lovely Cotoneaster horizontalis that's been growing up the wall, and that was sticking right out over the path, so we've cut that right back. But the bees and the wasps are actually loving it. There you go, there's a wasp. Just goes to show you that wasps aren't useless insects. They actually do an awful lot of pollinating and are really beneficial of getting rid of your aphids as well. So they eat all the aphids off your roses and other things as well, like your ladybirds and your lacewings do. Got some big old trees. Nice rust, Typhina dissecta, I believe. I'm waiting to see how that comes out a little bit more. Got plenty of roses in the garden. Another one there. So yeah, it's a bit overgrown. A smoke bush. I can never remember whether that's Cotinus or it's Cogia, so you'll have to forgive me on that one, but it's a gorgeous smoke bush. Nice little, I think this was a herb bed in here because we've got some nice marjoram and some other bits and pieces. There's a sweet box, sage and lavender, and in there somewhere there's a little sort of water fountain, water feature thing. So I think that's why the frogs are here. I hope you can hear me okay, but this is a gorgeous mock orange, and I feel like I'm putting myself on the spot now because I've called it mock orange and I never normally call things by the common name. But it smells absolutely amazing. Oh, it'll come to me. Look at this though. Look at that. Viburnum. Another rose. The pathways are a little bit, yep, see, wibbly wobbly, overgrown. Some bluebells in there. Choisia, that's what it is, that's a choisia. So is that one. This one's Aztec Pearl. Got these lovely, really deeply lobed leaves. Got a big old yew tree, or yew bush. We're gonna have to trim that one back a little bit. Considering doing a cloud prune on that, if I just push my way through here. There you go, there's the other greenhouse. There's a shed up the end there somewhere underneath all that vine bindweed. Yeah, lovely hawthorn, Crataegus monogyna. Another climbing rose is trying to get up into the tree. There we go, I've mown this path through. Found a broom just up to the back. And then I've also found these gorgeous little things. which I believe are Camassia. There's quite a few through there. Sorry if this is a little bit long, but I'm also documenting this for myself so I can see how far it comes once I start getting through. When I first came to look at the house before I bought it, there was crocuses and daffodils and everything everywhere, and I kept telling my mum off for walking on all the bulbs. But yeah, I'm hoping that's actually going to be a flowering currant, as in a fruiting currant, not a flowering currant, a fruiting one. So that'll be nice. Another gorgeous rose and all sorts. I'll take you through this little bit here. Got some acrolegia, they're popping up all over the place, those. Got a lovely pink one just in there. There's some things in here that I don't actually know what they are, like those things that look like they've got lily leaves to them. So if anybody's got any ideas, I'd be grateful. There you go. It's an iris of some sort, I think. See, I don't have all the answers. It's a gorgeous peony that's about to come out in flower. Definitely have to uncover that. Sea holly or Silibum. It may be Erigeron. One of the two. We'll know when it flowers. Look at this. So this is the seed head of last year's teasels, or Dipsasus phalonum. Now, the head gardener at Holcombe, I asked him if I could have some teasels out of his garden. He told me that I could only have them once I told him what the Latin name was of it on the spot. So that's how I remembered how to tell what a teasel was. And you've got gorgeous variegated Weigelia. And there's a general rule of thumb, and a lot of people don't realise that Weigelia flower on the previous year's growth. So if it flowers before June, do not prune. So that's generally when you're doing your winter cutbacks and things. So if it's flowering after June, then you can cut it back in the autumn, winter time. But now, once this is finished flowering, then I'll cut it back, and then it'll have a summer growth, and that's what the flowers will be on next year. Some more of them lovely star-shaped flowers. There we go, this is what a teasel looks like in the summertime. Lots and lots. Ooh, smoke bush. There's about to come out in flower. Try and get this to focus so you can see the flower buds. There you go. Lovely flowers. This one's Choisya ternata Sundance because it's got that sometimes lovely, sometimes sickly looking yellow glow. If it's put in the right place, it looks lovely. It's a holly tree. It's a lavender. It's a lovely big lavender the other side of that bin there, just there. There you go, more acrolegias. And I've got another archway to walk under here, and lovely big holly tree. Again, that's now coming out into flower. There's a big broom. Now I'm going to have to learn what the Latin name of this is because I only know it as a broom. And if you ever get the chance to give it a whiff, it's got a lovely scent to it. Got a little bit of ragwort coming up as well, so I'm going to have to dig that out before my guinea pigs come along. So pleased to see these popping up. And these are a verbascum. So I'm hoping that at the end of summer there'll be some lovely seed heads on those, and I'll sprinkle them about a little bit more. There's a cherry tree. I'm trying to work out if it's a fruiting one. I hope it is a fruiting one because I absolutely love cherries. I think that might be a cherry as well. Another yew tree and a Photinia or a red robin, and Buddleia, and so this is what deer damage looks like. Strip the leaves. So I've got a couple of monkjack, so I've been told by my neighbours that come through here as well. Lovely contorted hazel. So that'll be gorgeous in the winter time when I want to use some bits to decorate for Christmas and autumn. Might even get some hazelnuts. This one's an Elaeagnus. You can tell that by these sort of, it has sort of a bloomy type thing on the stems and on the underleaf as well. But yeah, as I say, that's all mine as well. So I'm probably going to leave this stinging nettle patch because I'd really like to try nettle tea, but also red admiral butterflies lay their eggs on them. Oh, I believe they lay their eggs on them. If not, the caterpillars absolutely love them. So I'm going to leave that there, and then hopefully Mr. Pigeon or Mrs. Pigeon, hopefully, as I was saying, then I'll end up with some red admiral butterflies in my garden. Not sure where Mrs. Tiggywinkle or Mr. Tiggywinkle went last night, but quite possibly come through here. And I've got a little sort of, I don't know if you can sort of see this or not, but there's sort of a runway through here. And sort of little hidey hole under there. It'll be interesting to see what's been going under there and hiding out. So yeah, it's getting a little bit long, sorry. We've got some more broom seedlings here, which are gorgeous. So I might lift them and pot them up, and then I can replant them in a better position rather than right in the middle of this. And I've got this lovely little nook just up here. Gorgeous trees. There's a horse chestnut, and that one's a phormium. And I've got more buddleia along there as well, and I look out across all that gorgeous farm field. So I'd like to open that out a little bit so that I can see right out there, because that's called a vista, and just makes my garden look bigger as well. So that's pretty cool. So there you have it, guys. This is my new garden. So I'll try and keep you updated. Big old tree, which I think we'll have to sort of trim up a little bit. Maybe later on though. And see what happens. Oh, ponytail grass. And last but not least, the lovely variegated holly, which has sort of fallen over a little bit, so I'd like to try and pop that up and get that going again. So yeah, I hope you've enjoyed, and that's a little tour of my garden, although it's turned out to be a long tour of my garden. So yeah, and happy bank holiday.